Okay, let's just pray that today we don't have any technical difficulties because yesterday, oh, nope. Yesterday, my internet was out for the whole day. If you're in the chats, if you've made it over, let us know. Happy 420 on the Mountain Standard Times.
I did not
Thank you.
Discord. I am sorry. I did not get all the socials all the way today.
I put it on Discord.
Okay, good.
I put it on Discord. I put it on all of our Facebooks and our Instagram. I shared it from Instagram to the Facebook. Okay. Anyway. Hello everybody. If you're here, say hello. We're here. Nex is here.
Hi, Nex.
Nex is here because I have been talking mad trash all day. So I was saying on TikTok just a minute ago, I made a Tiffany Haddish reference, and then in my brain, I was like, she's in some trouble right now. And so I guess her and Aries Spears, maybe. Am I wrong about this? Please correct me if I'm wrong about it, about who the second person is. I think it's Aries Spears. They did like some kind of script, production, something. I don't know. Anyways, there were children involved. And apparently, trigger warning, there was some inappropriate shit happening while children were present, involved. I don't know how far the inappropriateness goes, but I know that they're not allowed to talk about it because their attorneys told them to shut the fuck up.
So there's something. Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
That sucks.
I hope not, because I love Tiffany Haddish, and I really hope it's just like a clear misunderstanding or something like that.
Yeah.
It's always a disappointment to find out people that you love are human beings and fallible, and it's most disappointing when their fallibility is so egregious. You know?
Yeah. That's a good way to put it.
So, for instance, and I don't know if this is egregious or not. Y'all tell me. I don't fucking know. Oh wait, hold on. Before we get started, let me just tell y'all. Oh my goodness. Okay, it's about that time. You are about to get highly educated with the Cannabis Closet podcast with Canna Queen and MJ. This is an adult content show with no limitations on subject, language, or actions. Opinions, views, and expressions may or may not be that of the hosts and their subsidiaries and their guests. If you aren't sure, don't worry. We'll tell you, or you can just take a good look at our faces. They'll probably tell you before we do. It's time to get the session started. Thanks for rolling up and showing up, and we hope you enjoy the show. So,
woo, woo.
Woo, woo. Apparently... And again, I don't know the whole story on this. Is Marla here today? Because she might know the whole story on this. Doesn't she keep up with like current affairs and stuff?
She does. She does.
And like celebrity gossip.
She called me during my nap, so I'm not sure what. I have not spoken to her to see.
Oh.
And I'm on
I'm curious.
Recording today, so I can't text.
If she knows. I'm curious if she knows about this Adam Levine situation or like knows the details of it. So what had happened was.
Oh, I'm sure she definitely knows this one.
What had happened was Adam Levine has been married to a Victoria's Secret model, I guess for like 8 years or some shit like that. You guys, I just want to let you guys know before I tell the story that my response to this story, or my response to somebody posting this and asking, questions like, why would he do that? Blah, blah, blah. Got me a 30-day ban on Facebook on my backup account. So I'm not allowed to talk anymore on Facebook because I said the truth. Anyways, so
I don't understand why they're so sensory. I mean,
it's so sensitive. It's so sensitive. It's so sensitive. So apparently, Adam Levine of Maroon 5, if you care, he cheated on his Victoria's Secret model wife. First of all, who gives a fuck what you look like and what your profession is? Nobody cares about that. You shouldn't cheat on your significant other. She'll fucking figure out what you want and be honest with each other and walk away if you must. But anyways, I digress. Here we go. You're frozen. Oh, not anymore. So apparently, not only did he cheat on his wife, but he also, oh, she's pregnant. So that's worse. That's kind of shitty. So she's pregnant. He cheated on her, and he wants to name his new baby after his mistress.
That's, I mean, it's almost like, is that is that just, is this just being made up? Did he really like say out loud, like how,
did you really say that out loud, sir?
like, and did your wife not slap you upside the head with a phone book?
I mean, seriously, I feel like pregnant women have a different kind of energy and could really kill somebody if they put that energy into the right place. I don't understand how he's still alive, honestly. There's so much to unpack there.
It's just wrong. It's just ridiculous. That's just gross.
Y'all.
I'd be like, he's not even going to have your last name.
Asshole. I mean, 1000%. You may not even be on a birth certificate at this point, motherfucker. Like, what are you talking about? That's crazy talk to me. Why would you look a pregnant woman in her face and tell her that you want to name her baby after somebody else that you've been fucking? I'm already a quite emotional person just on a regular day. And so I feel like on a regular day, if you wanted to name one of our dogs after your mistress, I will beat your ass. So I feel like if it was a child, like if I was if I was hormonal and it was my child, that you want me to have a daily reminder that you fuck somebody. Are you out of your whole cotton picking fucking mind? What the fuck? Oh, I'm sorry. I just made a fucking statement that I think might have been a slurish. So I apologize and I will remove it immediately from my vocabulary. I won't repeat it again. But I just caught it as it was coming out of my mouth. And I didn't even realize it until I heard it. You know what I'm saying? So sorry, I will not say that phrase again. Anyways, are you out of your fucking mind? Are you out of your whole fucking mind?
Yeah.
Like what in the absolute, what? How are you brave enough to have a conversation with a pregnant woman about naming her child after your mistress? How big are your balls?
Like, yeah, exactly. Do you still have balls now that you said it?
I would have fucking snipped them bitches right off.
Well, so
that falls,
that falls under why you're mad today.
Well, you know why I'm really mad today, actually. I'm really mad today because I'm tired. You guys, I go on TikTok live when they don't ban me to talk about this show to get more engagement. It's where I get the most engagement, honestly. I don't get that much engagement on Instagram, although you are welcome to follow me. It's Canna Queen DGO everywhere I go. So just Canna Queen DGO is where you can find me. But so I was on TikTok today and hear me out, okay? Because I'm not mad why you think I'm mad. Maybe I am mad why you think I'm mad because you know me well enough. But anyways, hear me out. Maybe you were there for it. So I'm in there. We're talking about the show. I'm talking about, the show, what we're going to talk about, blah, blah, blah. And then somebody came in with a man name, by the way, a traditionally man name. I guess it could be a girl too. But, statistically speaking, girls do not come into my lives or into my comments and make silly little fucking statements like this. So this person came into my live and the first thing they said was not hello, not nothing, no greeting, none of that. They said, "Hi, are you trans?" You're so brave. First of all, the fuck did you just, you don't know me. And I am not in the middle of a conversation about my sexuality or sexuality in general, where that question might be appropriate. Am I offended by somebody calling me trans or assuming maybe that I'm trans or any of that? Absolutely not. Absolutely. Hey, how are you? Absolutely not. I am not offended by anybody assuming that I'm anything other than a woman. If you don't think that I'm a woman, good on you. But at the end of the day, is that any of your fucking business? That's why I'm mad, because I don't want you to go into one of my friends' pages who is trans and who is not having that conversation either and be rude like that. First of all,
It's just rude, period. Like,
it's just fucking rude, period.
Like that. Like,
yes.
What is,
do you want, like,
their end goal?
And also, you wouldn't walk into the space that I'm physically occupying. You wouldn't walk into that space as a stranger and look me, a stranger, in my face and ask me that question as your intro, as this is how we're going to start the conversation. And if you would do that, I'm going to need you to reconsider that, because that is so goddamn rude. That is like, I mean, it is so fucking, it's none of your goddamn business unless I make it your business.
Yeah, I mean, at this time in life, it's just like there's no reason for you to act like that or talk like that to anybody, no matter who it is. Like, you don't get to just walk up and be like, "Hey, yo," and be a jerk.
Yeah, you can't just, you don't walk in and, hey, did you fuck today? Like, you don't know me. Like, why would you walk in and ask me a fucking question like that? You should not ask questions like that. You should not ask questions to people about their sexuality, unless, of course, they're open to the conversation and like having that's different. But you don't just walk. You just don't. And in my opinion, like, I'm in a live, right? So when you come in as a commenter, you've walked into my room. That's what I'm talking about. You've walked into my space where I have control. I often mute men because they often walk in and say silly, stupid shit like that.
Yeah.
And also, this is the other thing that they come in and ask me. They come in and go, "Are you a man?" And I always respond with, "Is that supposed?" Because their intention is to get me heated, to insult me. First of all, I would like to remind everybody who listens to my voice that I was raised in the 80s and 90s. My dad was a full-blown alcoholic and Vietnam veteran. Listen, you're not going to hurt my feelings, especially if you're a stranger. Not going to hurt my feelings. I give two fucks, none, zero, actually, about what a stranger thinks about me. So anyway, so they come in and they're like, "Are you a man?" And I'm like, is that an insult? Aren't you a man?
Yeah.
If you are coming in here to insult me by saying you look like a man and you're a man, what does that say about your gender as a whole? Are you embarrassed to be a man? Like, these are my questions back. I don't give a fuck. I know I'm androgynous. I'm sexy as fuck. I give no fucks about what you think. None. Zero. Absolutely. Anyways, so that's what I was mad about today, because I feel like it's super rude to walk in and you're not hurting my feelings. Somebody said I was triggered. I was like, I'm not triggered. You're not hurting me. You're not hurting me at all in the least.
It just detracts from what you're trying to do, though.
It detracts from what I'm doing, right? Which is promoting our show and, you know, having some serious conversations. Some people come in and have real questions about cannabis and cannabinoids and things like that. And I like to talk to people who follow me about that, you know. It's really like, that's what I love to do. I like to educate about cannabis. So when I get an opportunity to do that, I love to do it. And then some asshat walks in and asks me some stupid off topic question, has absolutely zero, or tries to insult me in some way. Some people tell me I have a long face. I know. I am 45 whole years old. I've had this face, although it's had some, you know, unique changes, but this has been my face for a while. I know what the fuck I look like. It's long, it's beautiful. There's more to look at. That's what I say. So like those kinds of things, I feel like they used to bother me, but like now I'm just like a different human altogether. Like you can't bother me by trying to call me something that I don't think is an insult. I don't think it's an insult to be called to be mistaken for trans. I don't think it's an insult to be mistaken for a man.
No,
although men are trash.
Yeah.
So like across
no, it's not
don't fall too far down that rabbit hole, y'all.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that to be a human being is not insulting to me.
Right.
So, and to be a human being with the features and the attributes that I was born with, that I absolutely have zero control over, you're not going to insult me by trying to use those against me.
Yeah.
Because it's already been done.
Like, you know, yeah, it's just be like, all right, not an insult, moving on. Like
it's already been done by somebody that I thought cared about me. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody that you put somebody in my core memories. It's already been done by somebody in my core memories. You, a stranger, can't hurt me with those things.
Yeah.
Right.
And what whatever they think is you know, is an insult isn't an insult, is to be honest.
And also it says more about the insulter than the insultee.
Exactly.
Why do you think that's an insult? What does that say about you?
Yeah.
What's up, Hawaii?
Well, it's Deborah.
Yeah. Ask the question about edibles. We love it because we got an open show today.
This is a free for all kind of what. It's Wednesday. What
Wednesday.
Bring it on.
Yeah. So yeah, we have an open show. If you guys have questions or anything, you want to start a conversation, we'd be happy to. We got a couple of news stories I want to cover.
Yeah, we got some headlines you can read. I pulled up the marijuana moment.
Okay. So Deb wants to know if edibles have a shelf life. So technically, yes. They have a 1-year shelf life. I would say if you don't plan on consuming them immediately, I would keep them in the freezer because that is going to prolong their life. Their shelf life is going to be dependent on a few things. So as far as cannabinoids are concerned, yes, yes, the potency can start to deteriorate and or the THC can start, which it's just a natural thing that it does over its life. THC converts to a cannabinoid called CBN, and CBN is really popular right now. A lot of people want to get their hands on it. Honestly, CBN is really good for sleep. It's most effective sleep aid that we've seen in a really long time. And what happens is that the plant starts with THCA. I'm gonna give you a whole lesson. I got an opinion on that too. THCA converts to THC under light and heat, and it's a life thing. Like it's just continuously doing that. THC under continuous light, and so what happens is it would have to be like dried completely out past the cure. It's under constant light. Those THC molecules start turning into CBN molecules. And again, that happens over a lifetime. That could potentially happen within your edible products if they're left out just like out on the counter or whatever.
Do you think it makes a difference, like if it's chocolate versus a cookie versus a gummy versus the edible or oil, like, and about capsules? How about shelf life of oil? Is it gonna
Yeah.
that conversion?
I think that as far as food products are concerned, yes, it matters on those parts because your brownies are going to go bad. They just are, right? But your lozenges are not going to go bad. And I feel like also like a lozenge is like a more solid product that's not constantly being changed by its environment. So chocolate can be affected, but I think chocolate is probably one of the longest lasting. Like if we're just talking about like candy bar chocolate, we're not talking about like brownies or things like that. But I would say your baked goods, definitely they have a shorter shelf life. Put them in the refrigerator or freezer to extend that. But they are going to have a shorter expiration date just based on the fact that the food will deteriorate. Gummies, depending on how they're made, they can sit on the shelf, or I would put them in the refrigerator. So if they're super soft gummies, they're not so solid, I would definitely maintain those in the refrigerator, and they're probably going to break down faster. So I would say for regular, can you go lay down? Regular food products, I'm going to say 4 to 6 months tops. And it just depends on the deterioration rate of the food product itself. I wouldn't go more than a year, but honestly, if you have something in your freezer that's over a year old, eat that shit anyway. It's going to do something. The potency may be waned a little bit, but not much, or it might turn, like I said, to a different cannabinoid.
See, I'm not an edible eater, but I do have I have a couple chocolate bars in my, and even
I have backup edibles, right? Because I'm not a big edible eater either, but sometimes I want one.
Yeah, I do like the gummies. I do like the some of the chocolate bars that are available here are really good. Like Danger.
Ooh, Coda chocolate.
Oh my god, I
those
the lemon. Oh my god.
Oh man, they do those little truffles. They do those. There's some chocolates out here that some of it looks like, what everybody's worried about. Your kids would want it and get into it. But some of it looks like straight up, you are not to touch this because it has gold flakes on it. And if you touch it, you're going to get your ass beat. Like that's mommy and daddy's chocolate kind of thing. So yeah, no, keep them in the freezer if you want to extend their shelf life. And that way you can just pick a piece off every once in a while or whatever. Or at least in the back of the refrigerator. Just don't forget about them.
Yeah, that's my problem is I always forget about things.
Yeah. My opinion on vape carts. You want to go first?
I am so vape carts scare me. I think out of anything, I only use ones that I get recommendations by people that do utilize vape carts more than I do. And so I kind of blindly trust my friends because they obviously like you and Carrie.
Yeah.
But also when the way that I don't know, I'm just a flower girl is all I really have to.
Yeah. I'm mostly a flower girl. I like to use vape carts for a variety of reasons. For convenience, if I'm out somewhere, I don't smoke in my car anymore because it's a brand new car and I just refuse to smoke flower in there anymore. So I carry my vape for that. Generally speaking, it's not like a thing that I do every day even or all the time. It's just for convenience sake in certain environments. This is, I think, collectively our opinion on vape carts as far as safety concerns. You should definitely get your oils and carts from a legal regulated dispensary. I would even be careful on new markets where they haven't quite balanced, quite started enforcing their regulations yet. They're just getting everything all set up. So I'd even be careful, a little careful with that, because people try to get in loopholes. I wouldn't buy any off market or any off brand cartridges. I would definitely, if you're buying from an underground provider, then that means that they're getting you stuff on the hush. If you're purchasing from a person like that, I would say ensure that they are getting maybe their product from a verified and tested source. And I'm not going to go into that. Then I would not do any off market or off brand or none of that, because here's the thing is that, first of all, you don't know what's in that cart. They can lie to you about it. They don't do third party testing, and their hardware is coming from out of the country and it's not being tested. So if the hardware is not tested, it could have some harmful things like lead, for example, in it, and it's coming from a place that doesn't have the consumer regulations that we do in the United States. And so they don't test for those things. And those things can make you sick, not just temporarily, but permanently sick. And we did have like some scares before pre-pandemic. We had some like vaporizer scares where they were really trying to bring down the cannabis industry on this. And these carts were coming from illicit manufacturers who were just slapping bogus labels onto bogus oil that actually had some harmful things in it that could like eat up your lungs. And they were putting it in hardware that had not been tested properly and had other harmful contaminants as well. And so some people did die during that. I would say that just make sure if you're getting carts from an underground provider, those words are not interchangeable. Illicit and underground, not interchangeable. Underground have absolutely zero harmful intentions, and they want to provide a good product to a patient or a consumer that they're providing for. An illicit market provider doesn't care what they're giving you. They don't care about the safety of it. They don't care. They just want your money. And so I'm not using those words interchangeably, but if you are purchasing from an underground provider, make sure that they are using a reliable source to get you oil carts, is what I will say about that. But yeah, I still use them from time to time. They're very convenient. They have their place. I think that our regulated products all have some place in the market for individuals who need them. So I think, yeah, they can be very useful, but be careful out there. What's next?
Do you want to cover the headlines you have, or I can throw out a couple that are on there one moment?
I have MJ Daily pulled up. I have a few on here that I did want to talk about, but this one I felt like is just a continuation of a conversation we were having on Monday. Also thank you for the questions, you guys. Keep them coming. We're happy to answer them. This is what we do. It's what we love. Before I get into the headlines, since we're talking about what we do and what we love, let me just put this banner up here, right here. If you are interested, especially if you're in Colorado, or if you have friends in Colorado, make sure you share this feed with them. This is super important. I'm working on doing a live, it's a virtual live version of my responsible vendor training, which is offered in the state of Colorado. I'm going to be offering it free to a select few individuals, and I will be paying for your certification as well if you're in the state of Colorado, which is why I really do want Coloradans as first picks. And then I also do want to invite a few of you who are not in Colorado, who might be interested in how kind of rules and regulations work, to come to the free to the free class as well. Now, people not in Colorado will not have access to the test or the certification just because I only have a limited few of those. And also, you don't need it. But the point of it is because I would actually like in return for your free ticket, what I would like in return is feedback, questions that you might have, and things of that nature, things I could do better, things that you thought were absolutely perfect and you fully understood, just like absolute honest feedback on the class itself. It is probably going to go longer than the 2 hours that I anticipate my regular classes to go. And that is to leave room for feedback, leave room for me to make mistakes actually as well. Yeah, so that's really the whole thing. So if you are interested in taking a class from me, from CQ LLC, it is the Colorado Responsible Vendor Training class. And for Coloradans who send me an email, I will sign you up and get a select few of you. I only have a few, get you a free ticket and pay for your certification as well in the state of Colorado. So let me know, customer service cqllc@gmail.com or 970-426-5985. Additionally, if you're in the state of Colorado or any state that has legal cannabis and you need an eye on compliance, we would be more than happy to help you out with compliance. You could hire a compliance officer. I would actually highly recommend that. But it seems that in Colorado, even after so many years of legalization, we failed to do that within our industry. So maybe you need something a little bit more convenient and a little less permanent, and you can give us a call. We'll be more than happy to help you with your compliance, help get you in line, even help you hire a compliance officer that you so desperately need. So give us a call, 970-426-5985 to inquire about our rates. All right. So with that said, one of the stories I wanted to highlight today is, let's see, should I share? I'm going to pull up the share screen. Let's see if I can share this. Share screen, Chrome tab. Here we go. This is what we're going to share. All right, great. Am I sharing? Perfect. Okay, great. You guys can see that? And I can see that. So we were kind of talking about this the other day, and we're going to continue to talk about this up until November when it's going to be on the ballot. Divided Missouri Democrats won't endorse adult use marijuana ballot measure. This is a quick read. I'm just going to kind of go over the points here. Not all Missouri Democrats support the adult use marijuana legalization ballot initiative that will go before voters in November. And the party itself will not endorse the measure this fall. Overall, the state's Democratic Party supports legalization, but the current wording of Amendment 3 may negatively impact minorities, people of color, and low-income earning Missourians, a committee member has said in a news release. This is something that we are super concerned about, which is why we keep bringing this subject up. And that's why we're on the side of vote no. But again, we're going to bring on some people to debate this. Both Trudy Bush Valentine, the state's Democratic nominee for U.S. Senate, and Alan Green, a candidate for state auditor, are supportive of the ballot measure as it's worded according to St. Louis Post-Dispatch. I have an opinion on why they're supporting that, but let me finish this article first. But Representative Ashley Bland Manlove, chair of the Legislative Black Caucus, and fantastic fucking name, by the way, does not support the ballot measure. And here's why. According to the newspaper, Democrats are divided by two main issues. Number one, the medical marijuana licensees would be first in line for adult use licenses. The MMJ framework drew criticism for its limited licensing. I'm going to tell you also why that's a problem. That happened in our state too. I'm going to tell you why it's a problem in Missouri. The process for this one, we were talking very much about this one. The process for criminal record expungement for marijuana offenses isn't clearly outlined in the amendment and will lead to confusion. It is not clearly outlined in the amendment and will lead to confusion. It does not clearly state that expungements are automatic, you guys. It does not say that. Anyways, this is according to a spokesperson who's on the side of no. So a recent poll, Remington Research Group poll, and Missouri Scout poll indicates that Missourians are similarly split. 43% of respondents say they're in favor of the measure, 47% against the measure. That's according to Greenway Magazine. That's a local Missouri magazine. Go out and support. John Payne, Legal Missouri's campaign manager, told the Post-Dispatch that he is confident. All of this comes at a time when legalization opponents have pursued legal avenues to keep the measure off of the ballot, but they have failed to do that. So the measure did make it to the ballot. They failed to get it removed. And so, yeah, that's the take on Legal Missouri. The reason why there are questions or concerns about medical businesses getting first dibs, that seems like it would be fair, right? Because they've already been in business, they have established businesses, so they get first dibs on the next license, right? But the thing is the way that Missouri's medical program got set up in the first place is that it favors corporations. And so that was part of the problem. That was part of the initial argument with the medical program. And now we're just seeing it expanded.
Right.
Also, go ahead.
I think too, though, like what people aren't reading, or we talk about it on this level of how it affects the whole industry, and what's presented to the people is very different. So there is an article on the Marijuana Moment that says that there's a poll out that says 2 out of 3 Missouri voters are certain to vote yes on this, and it then goes into here's what the initiative would accomplish, and it lists some things, but it doesn't cover things like this that we're talking about and
right.
how it affects in the long
run. So
run.
They reported it differently. Go ahead and give us a rundown of that article.
So it was, let's see, like I said, it's a poll, and they, let's see, the poll from Survey USA was sponsored by 8 local TV stations, shows that 62% of Missouri likely voters are certain to vote yes on Amendment 3. This includes majorities across all political affiliations: Democrats 77%, Independents 57%, and Republicans 54%. There's also majority support among each age demographic surveyed, except for those 65 plus, where there's still plurality, 45% in favor of the initiative.
I think that people in favor of the initiative, not all of them, clearly some of them have some clear reasons why they're in favor of the initiative. But I think a majority of people who are in favor of the initiative have not read it at all, do not know the impact that it will have on Missouri in those communities that were discussed in the article that I was reading. I think that's where they're coming from. They're not, they're just undereducated about it. It does concern me that there's rumors that some people are getting paid to vote yes, Missouri kind of thing, or, use their voice to get people to vote yes. It does concern me that people that I've talked to personally have been told things that they knew were false in order to get a signature for this to go on to the ballot to begin with. And so there's a lot of things. And we've said this already, but here's the thing. I'm banned right now on Facebook, and I'm responsible for making sure we get guests because she has like a million other things on her plate. So that's where we're at right now. I'm off of my ban in like 2 days on my main page, and I will be using that main page exclusively to promote this podcast, Queen Kitty and CQ LLC. I will not be using it to do anything else, run my mouth or otherwise. I will not be doing that because they keep giving me 30-day bans. The last one I got on my main page was because I posted a post that said, instead of a sugar daddy, I'd rather have a sugar auntie. Valid. Like, this is not about sex. And they banned me for sexual, what did it say? It said for
promotion of
promoting, promote something like that, and nudity, which neither. And then I like appealed it, and they were like, no, you're guilty. And 30 days. And so I'm at the end of my 30 days. And so I guess they've reformed me. Blessed be the fruit, I guess. I don't fucking know. My joint keeps going out. Anyways, so it's an interesting conversation, Missouri. And it's interesting that we have two different articles that have two kind of different points of view on how they're reporting this. Also, didn't we read somewhere recently that Normal is backing this amendment?
I think, yeah, I did see something.
That feels disappointing to me because this amendment is very supportive of corporate business and kind of, I don't know. It's concerning to me. I don't know. What do you guys think? I don't know. I'm worried for you, Missouri. I'll pray for you.
Well, with that being said, if you're listening later in Missouri and would like to join the show for our debate of the fors and against of Amendment 3, we are taking your contact.
Yeah. Send us an email. Say, hey, I want to talk about this, and this is what I think. So we know. Go lay down. I'm not ready yet. It's too early for that.
Too early. So that's cannabis.
Like it's literally only. It's literally not even 5:20. She's bothering me already. I think because there's two rabbits out in my backyard just having a grand old time.
Oh yeah, they are. Yeah, active.
Yeah. So I found a funny. Dementor just went across my screen. Did you see it?
No.
Oh, bummer. Anyways, okay. It was just like a floating ash. If anybody didn't know what I was talking about. What's up, Audrey? So the other article that I had, it says it's a cautionary tale for the cannabis industry. So I kind of read over this a little bit. I don't think I pulled up the whole article. I think I just briefly went through it. So let me share this with you guys. So this cannabis company has an assault charge. Let's see. Let me find it. There it is. That's the one. That's the one? Yes. Okay. That's the one. You guys can see it. So this is Abner Curtin. He's the founder and CEO and chair of MSO multi-state operation called Ascend Wellness Holdings. You may have heard of this brand. In January, after is known for anything, if he's known for anything, it's being outspoken. Okay, so far, relatable. Okay. In January, after MedMen Enterprises failed to close Ascend's acquisition of its New York license, prompting a lawsuit, Curtin posted a series of tweets taking aim at the LA-based company. Here's the thing. Stay off of Twitter, y'all. Just if you need to type it out, do that and then delete just delete it. Don't hit that post
Put it
button.
in your notes. Put it in your notes.
Just
and
burn it. Don't do it. Like, give yourself, listen, you should let, I'm not telling, okay, I know I said should. I'm not telling you what you should do, but also consider maybe not tweeting about it because, yeah, you're going to look ridiculous. Wait, give yourself a moment to calm the fuck down and take a fucking breath. Just give yourself a moment. Okay. Back to the regularly scheduled program. Okay, so as New York and other states adopt adult use cannabis, MedMen's actions send the worst message, namely that certain cannabis companies cannot be trusted to keep their word. That was on January 3rd. MedMen chose to disregard the authority of New York regulators. In March, he called MedMen management criminals, telling Business Insider that this attempt to extort Ascend for a higher price, that they want to make a buck. MedMen lawyers were like, we're not responding. They're like, we're going to take the high road on this. Recently, after companies agreed to settle for $88 million for the sale, New York headquarters Ascend walked away from the deal. Curtin also has been an outspoken social justice advocate, with Ascend having donated more than $1 million to the Last Prisoner Project. Okay, holla. A nonprofit that works to support people that have been convicted of cannabis crimes. On LinkedIn, he describes himself as a libertarian on a quest to end mass incarceration for nonviolent criminals. I mean, honestly, at the end of the day, right now, you guys are selling me as I could definitely like be friends with this guy. Totally get why he's mad. I mean, I totally get it, you know, but also like, okay, but here we go. The Ascend exec has been quiet since being charged with battery earlier this month. Okay, nonviolence, y'all. Don't hit other people. Especially this. After a witness in Miami reported a physical altercation allegedly involving him and his girlfriend. Don't hit your loved ones. Stop it. Stop hitting your loved ones. He deactivated his Twitter. No longer outspoken on that, but not before he posted and subsequently deleted a series of 3 photos with the hashtag pot stocks. The first was a photo of Curtin and the alleged victim cuddling and smiling. The second and third showed an affidavit of non-prosecution signed by the alleged victim, requesting a complete dismissal of these charges because there was no physical violence in this case. Don't listen. We were going to be friends. And then you did this. I'm saying I understand the passion in cannabis and your quest, but then you fucking keep your hands to yourself, motherfucker. A hearing is scheduled for the end of the month on September 30th. So we'll keep you up to date if what we hear. And Ascend Wellness Holdings is conducting its own investigation. While the company cannot comment on an active investigation, it's treating this matter with the utmost seriousness and will continue to evaluate appropriate steps as more information becomes available. The independent members of the board are keenly attuned to the company, its shareholders and employees, and the management team is focused on ensuring Ascend AWH continues to operate effectively during this time. Of course, he could not be reached for comment. Yeah, this is a big deal. This is, we've kind of talked about this a little bit.
Will you put that in the messenger so I can post it to our page? So
yes, I can. I can do that. I'm just gonna, yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll send it to you. Sorry. Here's the thing. We as a group, as a collective, as companies, have separated ourselves from things like this that have been unresolved or have been made public as the resolution is public. You know what I'm saying? And the resolution is like not a resolution, but like a dealing with it over time publicly instead of just bringing to a resolution and then like moving on. And so we have actually been like, that's not our brand. And we don't know enough about the situation to support one side or the other of this brand, of this incident happening. And the problem is that it's been made public. And this, when we've separated ourselves, the thing that was made public by the people in the situation. This was made public by somebody who saw it. So either way, fucking keep your hands to your goddamn self. I'm gonna tell you this. I was almost in an abusive relationship one time. He grabbed me by my shoulders and shook shit out of me one time. And I was like, boy, the cops will come here. We will not do this here. And since then, I don't know if it's maybe my demeanor or whatever, but a bitch never even thought about it. Never even thought about raising a hand to me. I will fucking fight you in public. We have to close this whole shit down because I'll be the incident. Like, don't put your hands on me. That's all I'm saying. Keep your fucking hands to yourself. Stop hitting your kids too, y'all. Stop hitting your kids. I got my ass beat when I was a kid. I guess fine, but I'm not. I mean, that's violence. You're instilling violence into.
Yes.
I'm not going to tell you how to raise your children. I'm just saying, just maybe stop hitting your kids. Maybe we'll come up with a better way.
Dude, where was I talking to that they were saying that they were going to start allowing paddling again in
Missouri. Is doing it. Yes, they just announced it.
We talked about it was acceptable when I lived in Oklahoma at the
a lot of states still have it on the books and it's just not publicized, but Missouri put it back on the books. Like it was gone and then they put it back.
Like you can sign a waiver if you want them to, like, what?
But the problem is, if you're getting your ass beat at home, you're getting your ass beat at school, where can you go to not get your ass beat?
Yeah, like what the fuck does that mean? Then I'm not going to get my ass beat when I get at home if you sign this waiver? Like what the fuck?
And let's not pretend that this is not going to be fucking abused like a motherfucker. I just watched a video before. Oh, I fucking just remember that. I have a question for the audience. Don't let me forget. It's
okay,
about chicken.
The headline too before we.
It's about chicken. So okay. I just watched a video. This kid refused to play like dodgeball or something. He was like, no, I don't feel good. And he didn't want to play dodgeball. But then later his coach saw him playing basketball, was like, I thought you didn't feel good. And he got a little attitude with the coach. And so instead of just handling it himself, you're grown ass fucking man. You can't handle a little mouthy teenager, but okay. Maybe you shouldn't be teaching. I don't know. So he called what do they call them? They're police officers, safety officers. So, what do they call them? Resource officers, something like that. Anyways, so they call this guy over and he is basically detaining this child, a kid, on the bleachers violently. Why? Because the kid refused to play fucking dodgeball or volleyball or whatever the fuck ball. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck?
The fact that they still have the
problem that you have is that somebody upset your authority. They denied you the ability to tell them what to do, and that fucking upset you. Instead of being an adult about it and just letting the kid sit on the goddamn bleachers and not play a game that he doesn't want to fucking play.
Yeah,
I don't want to play dodgeball either. I would much rather play basketball.
Yeah, like I don't have to. Yeah, like,
There's less opportunity for you to beam me with a fucking ball in basketball.
why are they still allowing dodgeball in this?
Why? It's such a bully sport. And on that though, I think it's fun. I will play
It's fun
dodgeball.
if you
But
want to,
if you want
as
to
an
play,
but
right?
as a high school or a school endeavor, no,
Yeah.
no,
Consent, people. Consent.
no.
And then so the kid was like, "Get your hands off of me." Because why do you have your hands on this child? Because he didn't want to play fucking sports ball. Your sports ball. You want to play his sports ball instead?
Yeah.
Then let him play his sports ball. What is the difference? The whole point of fucking PE is to get exercise, stupid. Instead, you're banging this kid against the fucking bleachers for no fucking reason.
That's crazy. And
I'm,
again, I would be, as a parent, I would be so pissed and appalled. Like I'd be all up in that shit. Like, and that's.
do you want to know why this man was a resource officer? Because he could no longer be on the streets. So instead of just firing him, they put him. Oh, the reason he couldn't be on the streets is because he and one of his partners random ass strip searched a group of people and groped a couple of people. And so they thought, let's put this guy in charge of a bunch of fucking kids.
Yeah, let's send them to be around children.
I don't know what state it was in. I forgot already, but
like,
I mean, come the fuck on.
that's
You want to talk about fucking safety? I mean, God, I can't. Anyways, we'll get off on a tangent. I can't do it.
Yeah, let's go. I want to, we were having fun with the iPhone update. So we've got a little iPhone and cannabis crossover. So along with the new update. So
listen, if you don't have the iPhone 16 update, I don't know what you're doing with your life. I get it. If you have an iPhone, obviously, if you don't have an iPhone, sorry.
Yeah, and so it did creep me out the camera today. I was trying to take a picture of Lady, and I was doing like from a side angle, and it automatically like refocused the lens to like shift it a little bit, where I was like, that's not what I wanted, like
it's trying to be smarter than you. It's
yeah,
like, no, this picture angle is better.
I know, and so that creeps me out a couple times. But yeah, so this is
Ghost in the Machine.
Yeah, that Apple lets users search for cannabis and pharmaceutical interactions in the latest update.
What?
Yeah, so the
Hells yeah.
Yeah, the latest version, the software gives users an option to track medications and learn about possible drug interactions with other substances, including cannabis. They have, it just goes on to say the technology giant has been revising policies over the years that generally align with the normalization of cannabis. And with that, it's allowing things to be noted in the Apple's health
This
app.
is fucking important.
Users can tell the health app if they use alcohol, cannabis, or tobacco to search for potential interactions between medications on your list.
This could be helpful if you're going into like a situation where you might have to take a certain medication for a short period of time for whatever. Now, I'm not talking about long-term medication. A lot of us use cannabis as opposed to using medication for whatever illness or symptoms that we use it for. We see you. So if like you had to go into a surgery or something like I don't know, something like that, and you had to take this medication specifically for a certain amount of time, you could see if there was going to be an interaction with the naturopath medicine that you're already using.
Right. This does say, of course, the feature should not be used as a substitute for professional medical judgment. Talk to your doctor and your healthcare.
Right. Of course.
Yeah. Just with we include that in our thing. We are not.
But also Apple, do you guys know that some of our doctors refuse to talk to us about this? So we have to know what the interactions may
that's
be,
just their, yeah, that's just their,
just in case. I know it is, just in case our doctor refuses to talk to us about it and then prescribes us a medication and we can't bring up the fact that we're using cannabis also, just in case.
right.
So Uncle Dave's in the comments, stop the legalization of weed in Missouri. The way it's currently written, we agree. But again, we want to have that debate. So if you're interested in having that debate on an upcoming show, please let us know your availability. On Mondays and Wednesdays, our show starts at 4:20 Mountain Standard Time. That is 5:20 Central. And also what your take on Amendment 3 is. cannabiscloset420@gmail.com is where you can reach us. We would love to hear what you have to say. We are going to be lining up some guests. Whoa, where'd she go? She went away. We are going to be lining up some guests. Oh, she came back.
It's 5:20.
The alarm went off. It's 4:20 on the West Coast. It's 4:20 on the West Coast. It's 4:20 on my joint keeps going out, but I'm gonna keep relighting it because that's what matters the most. Anyways, we are gonna have that debate. We want the pros and cons on both sides, and we would love to hear what you have to say. If you would be interested in something like that, or if not, definitely send like the others our way. I cannot post on Facebook right now, but as soon as I can, I'm going to be lining up guests for an upcoming show about Amendment 3 in Missouri. So that is on the list. I got 2 days of Facebook jail. They won't let me post on our business pages because I am personally banned. So I can't even post as the business because it's attached to my account. Anyways, it's fucking bullshit. So anyways, that's what we're working on it though.
Real quick, just a couple notes left on this article is that, let's see. So last year, Apple ended its policy of restricting cannabis companies from conducting business on its app store. The delivery service Ease subsequently announced that consumers were able to shop and pay for products on its iPhone app for the first time. Amazon will no longer drug test workers for cannabis.
Oh, it's about goddamn time.
And then, let's see, what else did it say?
Tell y'all how I'm never working at a job that tests me for cannabis.
I know, like
you could suck my dick. I'm not doing it
right now. And that's where we are so grateful and benefited that we can work in an industry that allows us to utilize obviously the plant and not have to like look over our shoulder or worry about whether we're employable or not.
They told me if I got tattoos on my arms and face and if I smoked weed that I was not employable.
Yes, that was totally
what they told me.
You can't, only, all the things, all the stereotypes for tattoos were fed to us. I guess New York regulators are asked actually that the social media app, the TikTok, to end its ban on advertising that involves the word cannabis as they work to promote public education.
I'm saying if it's New York that does it, I will fucking...
Yeah, because they want to be able to like use it as a platform to educate.
Why wouldn't the other states get on board with this? I don't.
It is like, come on.
Where are you?
2022.
Where are you, representatives of these other legal states? Where have you been asking for this? Because yeah, it's just a social media platform, but do you know how many people utilize that platform? Do you know how many people utilize? I have such a following on TikTok. It's ridiculous. I think half of them are bots. But anyways, it doesn't fucking matter. I mean, I get more interaction. Some of it's good. Some of it's bad, but it's interaction. And like, do you understand how valuable that can be to your state? Oh my God. So crazy to me that you wouldn't lobby for something like that. And, I want to say about that TikTok thing. So I was watching a video the other day and it was like one of those summit meetings, with a bunch of like government officials or whatever. I don't fucking know. But anyways, so the guy that was speaking, again, I don't know. I'd have to go find the video. He said, you know who made TikTok, right? You guys know who made TikTok, who runs TikTok? It's Chinese government. Chinese government made and runs TikTok. In China, the only thing that makes it through the algorithm is all positive things, all things that are helpful to society and community, all things that help the children in China. It's definitely skewed towards children. They only allow things through the algorithm that are positive for the children to grow into productive human beings in China. They also run our algorithm. They make sure we see all the nonsense, all the half-naked people, all the arguing about pedophiles on TikTok, pedophiles allowed on TikTok and not getting taken down, all the arguing about consumption of this, consumption of that, use of this, use of that, all the drunk people, all the people that are drugged out on that app, falling asleep on their lives, all that stuff, it gets pushed through. They get the most views. I often was like, why am I not getting like more, but it's because they push the more nonsense stuff. And I will say the more nonsense stuff that I post, the more views that I get. And that's because we may be laughing and happy about it right now, but what it's doing is deteriorating your brain. Mm-hmm. And they know that. It's having a mental effect on Americans who use TikTok, included. And that is going to have a negative effect on our power structure in the future. Our children are watching these things, and they are going to be the future of our power. And if they are too stupid to do things because their brain, or to understand how things work, because their brain has been consuming this garbage for their whole lives. But the Chinese have been consuming these building type videos and things. Who's gonna win that power struggle? That's it. It's a long game, but it's a long game that will work.
Yeah, when we talk about technology, long game, and digital, and yeah, all of that. I'm gonna mute myself. There's a guest coming in. Hold on.
Okay, not a guest for the show, but so hi guest, hello. We're just running over some headlines and stuff right now to catch everybody up. So yeah, I mean, I just thought that was really interesting. And when you look at it, and when you look at social media in America, it is in fact exactly what he said. And we are all very addicted to it. Most of us. I won't speak for you, but you know what level of addiction you are, right? I got so mad the other day that Facebook banned me, and I deleted Facebook app off of my phone yesterday. And today, before I came back on here, I put it back on. I don't know why I can't talk on it, but I was just like, I want to see it. I don't know. I need to put it away. And so I'm working on that. Maybe we could work on it together. Maybe we could come up with a way to work on that together, so we don't look at so much social media when it's not necessary to do so, and only use it to build our communities and share helpful information. Maybe that's but everybody got to get on board with it. It's such a crazy thing, and it's such a, you're still muted. Yeah.
I'm unmuted. Woohoo. Yeah, we need to be able to use the word cannabis and educate on the TikTok. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know.
But they see us getting so mad about it and frustrated by it. But then we come back, so they see us being addicted to it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's just a crazy thing, and it's crazy how it's just mental war. It's mental war, and they can win because they're running our algorithm. So just, be aware of what you're looking at, what you're watching. We're not propaganda. We are real people. real people with real products. So before we play our game of Would You Rather, sure she'll be back. Somebody was calling her.
Nope, that was in case you missed your 420 on.
oh, because you hit it and then it came back.
Yeah.
So this show is brought to you now and always by Queen Kitty Seltzer, solo.to/Queen Kitty Seltzer to follow all of our links. We are working on our website. We should have that up soon, and it is going to have merchandise offerings on it. So we're working on some really cute offerings and things. We have just done, or we're about to do actually a reorder of our Lemon Kiss. So we're super excited about that because running out is a great problem to have. That means that we sold out of it. And it also means that we have enough money to buy more of it. So that's what we're going to be doing this week, is finalizing some new labels. We're changing our labels. We're changing up how we're presenting our brand. So we would like to expand potentially into other cannabinoid options. And we think that there could be some confusion as to which Queen Kitty is which. And so we've chosen to keep the Queen Kitty moniker, of course, because that's who we are, but rename the CBD drink. So the CBD Queen Kitty Seltzer is going to be called Pop This. And it's part of our hashtag Pop This Kitty, hashtag put it in your mouth. I know it's a little disappointing to Next that we haven't put that on the label, but maybe next time, maybe next go round. There is no yak in the bag. This is just tastes like water. There's no sugar added. We didn't hurt any vegans creating this drink. It's really refreshing. So if you're thirsty, it's just
quenching thirst.
It does. It quenches that thirst right away. And I love it. I do. I was skeptical about it because I'm skeptical about CBD waters. And so I tasted the plain and the one that it doesn't have any botanical terpenes in it at all. And it just tastes like water. And I was like, I love this. Water. So that's what we do. We have Queen Kitty CBD water, and it's called Pop This Kitty. Put it in your mouth. It's refreshing. I promise. Tastes good. And it's all natural. So no chemicals. So it's safe to put in your mouth. We have all of the testing on it. It's really well-grown hemp and very clean. And all of our COAs are right on point where they need to be. And we just love this product so much. We love it so much. So we're going to have merchandise soon. We're working on getting it into different states. So just be patient. We just started this endeavor in March, but we're going to keep growing and we're going to get it to you as soon as possible. I promise. Thank you for always supporting us on that as well. So get you some Queen Kitty Seltzer wherever you can find it. It's all over Durango, and it's in some parts of Colorado, like in near Vail. We have some in where else?
So in Frisco at Smoke and Bra, at the Pier 13 in Eaglevale, and the Bottle and Cork in Edwards.
Nice. Nice. And we have a few locations in Durango as well. Magpies, The Roost, Anima City Theater is going to be carrying it for concerts.
Yeah.
We got it at Cloud9, Smoke Shops, Shop Local. For sure, head over to that smoke shop and get you a Queen Kitty. We have it at where else do we have it? We have it at Himalayan Kitchen, Lively Daycon. Fantastic. That place is fantastic. It's a little salad shop. It's all organic, local farms.
The aesthetic store.
So Sarah Aesthetics of Durango, where you can go get your facials done or other life-changing procedures. So check them out. And she actually offers them as part of your treatment in some cases. Who else has them?
The Starlight Lounge.
Himalayan Kitchen. Starlight Lounge is a big supporter of Queen Kitty. We appreciate you, Starlight Lounge. And we sponsor Friday nights at Starlight Lounge as well. So Friday nights, go get you a queen kitty, get you a kitty tail made with a queen kitty seltzer.
The crazy horse, dark horse. Shit, I always fuck that up. Dark horse, crazy horse liquor up in Craig. I'm like, fuck, I always mess that one up. Sorry, guys.
It's maybe a little of both. So yeah, check us out wherever you can, and we're gonna infiltrate Denver. We're working on Florida and some other spots as well. And we know you want it over in New York. We know you want it over in New Jersey. We know you want it over in Pennsylvania, and we're doing our best. We're working on
it. If you want
invest. Send us some big money investors. Yeah, that's what we need in order to get distribution off the ground. So yeah, but yeah, watch out because we're coming. So let's play a quick game of Would You Rather. Let's see. Let me pull it up real quick. There it is. Would you rather? The last one was so good because, I mean, we really thought about that question about whether or not we would have potential to need a get out of jail free card.
It was quite the debate.
Oh. Okay. Looks or personality. Would you rather be married to a 10 with a not so great personality? Where did the questions go? Or would you rather be married to, here they are. Would you rather be married to a 10 with a bad personality, so not so great personality, or would you rather be married to a 6 with an amazing personality?
6 with personality.
Yeah. I might have a couple of 6s with a personality on my roster right now. Just kidding. It's not a roster.
I don't know like the whole number thing too. I'm like, fuck it, we're all fucking 10s. We're all millions. Like, fuck.
It depends on who's looking at you. I mean, I'm a 10 in the right light.
Right.
And I mean, like, never will I be a 10 in Miami, but in Nebraska, I might be. No shade, Nebraska. I'm just saying maybe I might be a 10 in Nebraska versus.
What is their tag? Not for everyone. Is that how Nebraska's like posing themselves? Is that what that ad is? It's for Nebraska, right?
Yeah. Here's the thing I think some people might be worried about. And sometimes I'm just like, hey, there's only one personality in this room and it's mine. And so you just stand over there and look pretty. And shut up. No, I would definitely. I'm 11 in the dark. Same. I'm like, yeah, definitely maybe triple digits in the dark. I'll be like high double digits in the dark. No, I would definitely take, cause listen, I've always thought that a shitty personality makes a shitty looking person. So you could be a 10, but if you have a shitty personality, to me, you're like a 3. You're not a 10. You don't even look good anymore. I start picking out flaws that I would have never considered before. But now that I think you're an asshat, I'm like, look at the way he parts his hair. Like, I would be like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
look at the way he breathes.
Ew, why are his eyes so blue? Like, ew, I don't like it. It's suspect. Nobody's eyes are really that blue. Like, I would start picking shit out. Like, just, and I would make you the ugliest person on the planet. Like, I will, but if you're a 6 with a good personality, I'll start seeing things. I'll start seeing those flaws that I would have picked out. I will start seeing those in a different light. Like, man, that's, I love that part about, you know what I'm saying? So like, for me, it's be a 6 to the world, because that means that maybe I get you to myself too, and nobody else is trying to fucking be on top of your muscles or whatever. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm polyamorous all the way, but also like I like attention, so give it to me. So I just rather you be a 6 so you don't be throwing your attention to all the everybody.
So everyone not be detracting from you.
Yeah.
Right.
Be a 6. Make me laugh. And also if somebody can make, oh my God.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I try my hand at stand-up comedy, and I have so far been very successful in all of my endeavors. Big laughs, right? So if somebody can make me laugh, I fucking love it. Make me belly laugh. Let's do stupid, weird shit together when we're naked. Like, I want to be a weirdo with you. You know? I mean, we could be clothed too. We don't have to be naked. We don't have to be. It's just more fun that way.
More fun that way.
You know. So, yeah, I would definitely take the 6. I think that's a consensus for most of our listenership. I feel like it would be a special occasion that I would need a 10 on my arm. And also, if you're a 10,
I'm not going to deny a 10 on my arm.
Well, yeah, no, I won't turn you down. I mean, I might not hang out with you for a long time because you'll probably annoy me. But also, if you're a 10, and what does that make me standing next to you? What state are we in? What city of that state are we? Are we in Miami right now? Because I'm not standing next to a 10 in Miami. Because all my flaws will suddenly be the biggest, most ginormous flaws on the planet. Suddenly, I'm the ugliest friend in the group. How did that happen?
Stop.
I just like, why? How is it the shadow from the sun? Why am I the ugliest friend today? I'm not like, what? Sometimes you're the ugliest friend. Sometimes it happens. That was fun. This is a fun show. This is a fun show, you guys. My dog is upset with me. She is not happy with me right now. So I think we're gonna wrap it. Like, yeah. Oh, also, if you're having sex with strangers, do that. Wrap it up. Wrap it the fuck up
before you tap it.
If you guys want to get in touch with us, please reach out. We are very serious. We are looking for guests. You may not think that you have something to talk about, but you probably do. So email us, tell us your story, and let us make that decision as to whether or not you got something interesting to say. You probably do. Most people don't even know it. And we know how to ask the right questions. And also, if you come onto our show, you do not have to stay for the whole time. We could do like a 15-minute spot with you. So, let's figure it out.
Yeah.
Let's figure it out.
Enough for like, a sesh, a smoke.
Yeah. Let's smoke it out. And
there you go.
I wanted to remind everybody that I am the luckiest girl in the world, and so are you. And so are you the luckiest guy in the world. So don't forget that. Say that to yourselves every single day. Every single day. Be nice to yourself. Damn it. Because sometimes nobody else is going to be. Sometimes nobody else is going to be nice to you but you. So you got to take it upon yourself to be nice to yourself. Put your mask on before assisting others. You cannot give fully of yourself if you don't give love to yourself. It's real true.
Yeah. Cultivate love. Bring it to you.
Always and forever.
The same thing. Taking care of yourself. Like love is an energy.
Oh, it's such a big energy. Hey,
I
want to say this too. If it's going wrong today, there's probably a reason for that. Just pay attention to what the message is and don't worry, because tomorrow it's going to go right. Tomorrow you're going to get your shit together. It's going to be fine. So I just want to say that to y'all.
You can do it.
I want y'all to stay lifted, stay gifted.
Stay lifted. Love you.
We love y'all.
Thank you all so much for being here.
We'll be back on the 26th. Mark your calendar, set your alerts, tell your friends. It's going to be a riot. I have no idea what we're going to talk about, but it's going to be interesting. I know that.
We'll have something planned. You know us. We always pull
We'll get it together. We'll get it together. All right. We love you guys. Have a good evening. Stay lifted, and we'll see you on Monday. All right. Bye-bye.